Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. So let's start our new chapter, that is chapter number 4, materials. Right. So materials are divided into two parts: metals or non-metals. These are divided into two parts: metals or non-metals. So let us discuss the first, metals. Okay, so firstly we will discuss about the physical properties of metal. So let us discuss the physical property of metals one by one. So metals are generally having shiny surface. Metals having shiny surface, or we can say metals having metallic luster. Okay, you have seen many metals like gold, silver, copper. So people used to prefer the ornaments of these metals. Why? Because they having shiny surface. That's why mostly people are attracted towards the jewelry. So these having metallic luster. So what is the second property? The second property is metals are generally hard in nature. Okay, if you touch the metals, like any metal, if you touch, and they are generally hard, like iron, aluminium, copper, zinc. Right? These are generally hard, but there are some metals which are soft in nature also. So those are sodium or potassium. Sodium or potassium or mercury, even that is liquid at room temperature. So sodium or potassium are two metals which are generally hard in nature, or which is generally soft in nature. These are the exception. Apart these, all the metals are hard in nature, right? So sodium or potassium are very soft. Even these can cut with the help of knife. We can cut these metals with the help of knife. But these metals are very reactive metals, so that we have to place these metals in kerosene. We have to place these metals in kerosene because these are highly reactive metal. If we discuss about the reactivity series, these are on the top. So this is the reactivity series. See, potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen. So when reactivity is just decreasing when it is coming from top to bottom, right? And if we are moving from bottom to top, so reactivity is increasing. So potassium or sodium, as we see, potassium or sodium are highly reactive metals, so that's why they are need to kept in kerosene. So let us talk another property. This is malleable. Metals are generally malleable. Malleable means they can be drawn into thin sheets. So we can make thin sheets with the help of metals. So this is the malleable property of metal. So the next property is ductile. They can be drawn into thin wires. As you see, for electricity purpose or for making jewelry, we use different types of metals, right? So why we use different types of metals? Because they having ductility or malleability property. That's why we can mold them into any shape. Okay, so gold is highly ductile metal. From 1 gram gold we can draw 2 kilometer long wire. So this is highly ductile metal. That is why it is used to making jewelry. The next property is these having good conductor of heat or electricity. See, these are good conductor of heat or electricity, means they can pass heat or electricity through themselves, right? So if we talk about heat, right, they show heating effect. Generally metals show heating effect, as we see in our houses, like iron or water heaters, water boilers. So those all appliances show heating effect, right? Those all appliances show heating effect because metals are good conductor of electricity. that's why they show heating effect. And likewise they passed electricity through them, that's why they are the good conductor of electricity, right? So we generally use aluminium wire, right, copper wire for electricity purposes. So the next is high melting point. So metals having generally high melting point, that's why we use metal in fuse, right? We use a very thin metal, a very thin metallic wire, like very thin metallic wire for making fuse, because that have very high melting point, right? If there is any short circuit, so the fuse that is there will protect the other appliances which is in the home for short circuit, right? So that's why they having high melting point and they used. So next property is sonorous. Sonorous means they produce sound. When you hit the metal, they generally produce sound. So these are some physical properties of metal. So let us discuss some chemical properties of metal. So the very first property is when metals combine with oxygen to form metal oxides. जब मेटल ऑक्सीजन के साथ कंबाइन करते हैं तो वो क्या बनाएंगे, मेटल ऑक्साइड्स बनाएंगे. सी हेयर कॉपर इज रिएक्टिंग विद ऑक्सीजन, कॉपर ऑक्सीजन के साथ रिएक्ट कर रहा है. सो व्हाट इज द प्रोडक्ट हियर, द प्रोडक्ट विल बी कॉपर ऑक्साइड. व्हाट इट इज, कॉपर इज मेटल एंड ऑक्सीजन, राइट? तो it is forming metal oxide. So what is the general reaction, that is the general reaction is when metal react with oxygen, right? When metals react with oxygen, what it will give, it will give metal oxide. It will form metal oxide. So students, this left hand side which is written, this is called reactant and this is called product. Okay, when two substances are react with each other, they becomes form a product. Product may be single or maybe more than one form, right? So I hope this is clear. Let us take another example related to it. Aluminium is another metal, right? When it combine with oxygen, so what will it will give, it will form metal oxide. So what is metal oxide here, aluminium and oxygen, right? So aluminium oxide it will form. I think it is clear to all of you. So most metals oxides are insoluble in water. See, we are talking about this product is metal oxide. ज़्यादातर जो ये metal oxides होते हैं वो क्या होते हैं, water में insoluble होते हैं. Okay, these are insoluble in water, but कुछ ऐसे होते हैं जो water में soluble होते हैं, and which are soluble in water, they are called alkali. They form alkali, right? See, here is the example, sodium oxide. It is an metal oxide, right? Sodium is a metal and oxygen, when it is combined with oxygen, it will form sodium oxide. When react with water, what it will form, it will form sodium hydroxide. So what is sodium hydroxide here, it is a base, right? Base, it is a base, or you can say alkali. It is alkali. So alkali, basically alkalis are those base which are dissolved in water, right? So alkalis are those base which are dissolved in water. If you dissolve NaOH, it will completely ionize in water, right? So likewise, this is the example, potassium oxide. When react with water, it will give potassium hydroxide. Okay, so it is forming alkali. So metal oxides are which are soluble in water. These are metal oxides. When these are soluble in water, they will give alkali. I hope this is clear. So let us move. The next point is sodium or potassium are kept in kerosene. We have already discussed this point, right? Magnesium, aluminium, zinc, lead form thin layer of oxides when kept in open, right? Magnesium, aluminium, lead form thin layer of oxides. Means अगर इन metals को हम ओपन एयर में रख देंगे तो वो क्या किसकी फॉर्मेशन कर रहे हैं, उन पे एक ऑक्साइड्स की लेयर फॉर्म हो जाएगी, राइट. सो व्हेन वी यूज दोज मेटल्स वी हैव टू जस्ट रिमूव द oxide layer from them, right. So let us discuss another property related to it, reaction of metals with water. So see, a metal produce metal oxides or hydrogen gas on reaction with water. जब मेटल वाटर के साथ रिएक्ट करता है तो व्हाट इज द प्रोडक्ट, सी दिस इज द जनरल रिएक्शन when metal react with water, right. We are talking about reaction of metal with water. So when metal react with water, what they will produce, they will produce metal oxide or hydrogen gas, right. This symbol shows that hydrogen gas is releasing in this process. Okay, so let us see the example. See, aluminium when react with water, metal is reacting with water, so what it will give, metal oxide, right. Aluminium oxide it is giving, and hydrogen gas is also releasing in this process. Likewise, when iron react with water, it will give ferrous oxide or hydrogen gas is releasing. So see, when metals generally react with water, they will form metal oxides or release hydrogen gas, right. But there are some metals which can not react with water, they will react, they can react with steam. See, this is the reactivity series which we have discussed. So upper three, if we talk about potassium, sodium or calcium, these are so reactive metal that they can even react with cold water. ओके इतनी ज़्यादा रिएक्टिव होती हैं कि ये कोल्ड वाटर के साथ भी रिएक्ट करेगी, कोल्ड वाटर के साथ भी क्या करेंगी, रिएक्ट करेंगी. बट अगर हम मैग्नीशियम, एल्यूमिनियम, जिंक, आयरन, लेड, अगर इनकी हम बात करते हैं तो दे कैन रिएक्ट विथ स्टीम, राइट. ये स्टीम के साथ भी रिएक्ट करेंगी. ओके, कोल्ड वाटर के साथ नहीं रिएक्ट करेंगी, दे विल रिएक्ट विद स्टीम. सो मैग्नीशियम डज नॉट रिएक्ट विद कोल्ड वाटर vigorously, right. So aluminium, zinc, iron do not react with water but react with steam. So all these you say metals react with steam, not with cold water. Okay, so I think this is clear. So let us move रिएक्शन विद एसिड्स और बेस. अगर एसिड्स और बेसिस के साथ अगर मेटल्स को रिएक्ट कराया जाए तो हाउ दे विल रिएक्ट. सी, मेटल को जब भी हम एसिड के साथ रिएक्ट कराते हैं या फिर बेस के साथ रिएक्ट कराते हैं, दिस इज सेम फॉर बोथ. सो व्हेन मेटल्स रिएक्ट विद एसिड्स और बेस, दे विल फॉर्म सॉल्ट, दे विल ऑलवेज फॉर्म सॉल्ट और हाइड्रोजन गैस. सो दिस इज वेरी जनरल रिएक्शन अबाउट metals when react with acids or base, right. When metal react with acids or base, they will form always salt or water. See an example, we are taking metal here, zinc is metal which we are taking, right. And here is HCl, that is acid. So dilute acid we are taking here. What is the meaning of dilute? Dilute means the water is mixed with the acid, right. So see, zinc when react with HCl, what it will form, it will form salt. So what is forming here, zinc chloride. So zinc chloride it is forming, so it is salt, and with what will release in this process, always hydrogen gas. So this is basic reaction when metal react with dilute acid or base, so it will form always salt or hydrogen gas, right. I hope this is clear to you. So see, when metals are reacting with base, so they will form salt or hydrogen gas, right. So take an example, NaOH, sodium hydroxide is a base. When it is react with acid, when it is react with metal, so when base react with metal, they also form salt or hydrogen gas. So see, base NaOH react with zinc, that is a metal, so it will form sodium zincate or hydrogen gas. This is sodium zincate. The product name is sodium zincate, right. It is sodium from sodium zincate or hydrogen gas will release in this process. So you will show hydrogen gas by this arrow, okay, because it is releasing. And how we can detect hydrogen gas is releasing? Hydrogen gas is releasing, we can detect it by bring a burning candle near the test tube, right. If we having a test tube, like this, or we having NaOH in it or zinc metal in it. So after that, they react, what will release here? Hydrogen gas will release, right? Hydrogen gas. So how we can detect hydrogen gas? So we just bring a burning candle near this, and when the candle bursts with pop sound, there is a sound release, so we can find, or we detect hydrogen gas is releasing, right? So move to the next. Known metals. See, what are known metals? These are opposite of metals. These are found in three states: solid, liquid, or gas at room temperature, right? These are found in three states: solid, liquid, or gas. So what we have studied that metals are hard, but known metals are generally soft. So if we talk about the property, these are generally soft as compared to metals, but see, there's exception also, like diamond is an exception of known metal, because diamond is the hardest substance. You can say diamond is the hardest substance. Or what we have studied in metals, they have luster, but known metals do not have luster. Okay, known metals do not have luster, they have luster, but there is also an exception, that is iodine. Iodine has luster. Means it has a shiny surface, right? So see, carbon. So what are known metals? Basically include just carbon, okay, nitrogen, oxygen, chlorine, right? So bromine. So these all are included in known metals, right? They are poor conductor of electricity. Poor conductor of heat or electricity, right? Heat and electricity. But there is also an exception. If we talk about, there is also an exception. So what is that? That is graphite. Graphite means, see, this is the graphite on the tip of the pencil, right? Graphite is found on the tip of the pencil, so it is a known metal. Which is good conductor of electricity. You can also do an experiment with this graphite, right? So I hope these points are clear to all of you. So this is all about metals or known metals, right? So let us discuss one more point which is left with this, that is aqua regia. So students, what is aqua regia? Aqua regia is freshly prepared concentrated HCl or concentrated HNO3. See, concentrated, when we take concentrated or prepare concentrated HCl or concentrated HNO3. So what is HCl? Hydrochloric acid. It is hydrochloric acid or it is nitric acid. जब दोनों को जब हम मिक्स कर देते हैं, कितनी रेशो में? 3:1 रेशो में. 3 ratio of HCl, concentrated HCl, and 1 ratio of concentrated HNO3. So it will form a compound that is known as aqua regia. It can even dissolve even gold or platinum. ये इतना ज़्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग होता है कि ये गोल्ड और प्लैटिनम को भी क्या कर लेता है, अपने अंदर डिसॉल्व कर लेता है, राइट? सो आप कि मामा जैसे आपने देखा होगा कभी, जब भी गोल्ड समीत के पास जाती है, राइट, जो उनकी ज्वेलरीज होती है वो उनको वॉश कराने के लिए जाती है. और कई बार ऐसे भी केसेस सुनने में आए कि कई लोग जैसे आते हैं आपके घरों के बाहर और क्या करते हैं, आपकी ज्वेलरी को साफ कर देते हैं, राइट? सो दे हैविंग द मिक्सचर ऑफ दिस एक्वा रेजिया का मिक्सचर होता है उन लोगों के पास. वो क्या करते हैं, ज्वेलरी ले लेते हैं और उसके बाद उसको उसमें डिसॉल्व कर लेते हैं. जब वो उसमें डिसॉल्व कर लेते हैं तो उसका जो ज्वेलरी का कुछ पार्ट होता है, ठीक है, कुछ पार्ट उसके अंदर डिसॉल्व हो जाते हैं. तो दिस इज वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग, right? Mixture, you can say aquaresia is very strong mixture of concentrated HCl और concentrated HNO3 in the ratio of 3:1. तो ऐसे कोई भी अगर इधर से आपको दिख रहा है आसपास घरों के कि ज्वेलरी साफ करवानी है तो साफ हो जाएगी, तो ऐसे लोगों के बहकावे में नहीं आना चाहिए, राइट? So this is about the aquaresia. I hope this is clear to all of you.